Hello and welcome back to Invincible Asia. I'm George Clark and today I get to check out the wonderful Evil Dead Trap released on Blu-ray from Unearthed Films. Don't forget folks, before we go any further, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, ring the bell and all that jibber jabber, and thank you very much for supporting Invincible Asia. So, released this week alongside Evil Dead Trap 2 and the wonderful So Close, the fantastic femme fatale Hong Kong action movie, is Evil Dead Trap, the second title of the Japanaki label following up on Tokyo Decadence, which I wasn't too fond of, I have to say. I thought it was a very odd choice to start this new label from Unearthed Films. I felt that this would have been a much stronger contender because it's a wild movie, and if that's kind of the aim of what they're going for with this new label, to have this shock Japanese collection, let's just say that I felt that this would have been the better one to go with. I'm very excited to get this, of course. I have part 2 I've never seen before, so I'm really excited to get into that after this, but I have got this one here from Unearthed Classics, Unearthed Films, a US label, which I picked up I think last year, maybe the end of the year before there. You can go back and check out my unboxing video for this. Now, I thoroughly enjoyed what they had done here. They give a lot. There was 3 audio commentaries there. There was video essays, storyboards, behind the scenes stills, all that kind of thing. The artwork was lovely, and I was supposed to pick up the sequel from them, and I may go down that road at some point, just for the collection, who knows. So there's a lot to go up against here, seeing what Unearthed Films has produced in comparison to Unearthed Films' release of the same film there, because I really enjoyed what they had done there. But here we have it again with the Obi slip. Is it called an Obi slip? Yes, that someone let me know before when I did Tokyo Decadence, and I talked about how perhaps Unearthed Films were inspired by Radiance Films with this Obi slip on there, that it is a Japanese thing to do on their releases, and that makes sense adding it to their Japanaki label, which is fine. I appreciate that. That's good to know. But here we have, I'm going to get into this because there's a lot of reflection coming in on this light. My studio is almost done. It's almost ready. So I'll be able to get in there and kind of get back to making things the way they used to be. Because I'm really fucking missing it. Anyway, here we go. Evil Dead Trap. Some gorgeous artwork there, which is fantastic. And on the back, some nice shots. Of course, when that Obi slip comes out, you'll see a lot more, but I will take this out for you. That's number 627 of 2,500 here, as you can see. Now, if you haven't had the chance to experience Evil Dead Trap, well, you're in for a bit of a ride, because it is a genuine horror classic, I would say. It's not perfect, although as an independent horror maker, I feel it's a fantastic ride. I don't think that there should be any straightforward storyline when it comes to horror movies, and this one, by the final act, takes it on a whole new level, and that's what really threw me with it at first, but I really grew to love that final act. But there's some fantastic horror elements throughout this whole thing, plenty of gore and beautiful cinematography. I mean, it is really brilliantly shot. I loved how it was shot there. Before I open this up though, we have a lot of features here. Now they're putting the features on the front of this Obi slip as opposed to the back. But let me just check that. Running time, 100 minutes. So it's exactly the same movie there. I'm guessing a whole new print. I'm hoping Unearthed Films have touched this up themselves there. From 1988, of course, and here are the special features included on Evil Dead Trap 1. We got a numbered Obi slip, as I've shown you, a booklet essay by Jim Harper, Blu-ray 1080p presentation in 1.66.1 aspect ratio, original mono 2.0 audio with improved English subtitles, audio commentary by critics Jasper Sharp and David Flint, archive interview with director Toshiharu Akida, original storyboards, stills gallery, behind the scenes stills, trailer, original and newly commissioned artwork by Ilan Sheedy. So there's a lot of extras on there that sound like they could be a part of that, bar the extra audio commentaries. So with this, we have 3 audio commentaries, one from the director and the SFX director or manager, Shinichi Wakasha. Then you've got commentary from the filmmaker Kurandu Mitsutake, and commentary with James Mudge from Eastern Kicks, who I really enjoy. So this is a whole new audio commentary on there. But of course you get 3 on that one. So it might be worth picking both up. Who knows, if you're really into the movie and you want to learn a lot more from it and you want those extra audio commentaries, keep an eye out for Evil Dead Trap from Unearthed Films on eBay for a cheaper price. But for now, let's get stuck into this. So I'm going to pop this open here, and inside I can see that booklet already. I'm very excited for that. I was disappointed they didn't include a booklet in the So Close release, but you can check out that video of my unboxing of that movie there. Let me just pop this out because I know it is awkward with the OB slip. I'll just pop this aside so you can see better. And here we have the new artwork, as you can see, and on the other side the Japanese artwork. But yeah, this looks pretty cool. I don't know, I think I'll just keep the new artwork as it is. But again, keeping this and trying to get the OB slip back on there is a bit of a tricky deal. Okay, let's get the booklet out, and on the front we have the new artwork, which is gorgeous. The more I'm seeing of it, it looks really good. And in fact, the back of it there, when that opens up, is one big picture, which I really like. That is very, very nice. Very nice indeed. Okay, let me get a flick through this quickly, just to share with you what's inside. Because it is a fantastic film. There's some really weird stuff goes on in here. Like really weird stuff. And don't forget, when you're watching it, folks, it is a low budget horror movie. It is not like today. I find today people think, especially I know when I read reviews about my movies that I make for £500 for a 90-minute movie, that they think that they should have the same quality and production values as a Marvel movie. You've got to remember, not all of us have those abilities to do that. And especially a film like this from the late 80s, it's definitely not going to look like has the production values of a movie today. So keep that in mind when you're watching it. That's a really nice book though. Very excited to check it out and read it and learn a bit more about it. As for now though, I'm going to go watch everything on here, compare it to the Unearthed Films Blu-ray release, of course, and get right back to let you know what I think. So just back after checking out the 88 Films Blu-ray release of the first Evil Dead Trap, and again, I have just thoroughly enjoyed this experience. It has been fantastic coming back to it. I did forget though to share with you, I do have the first Evil Dead Trap in a 3-film box set, I think from Arts Magic's, like a DVD release that I had the first time I ever saw this movie. But I forgot to share that with you, sorry. Regardless, I wouldn't have put it up against that because I had obviously the Unearthed Films Blu-ray release. So it was good just to compare the two of them side by side. I have to say though, the picture was very, very similar to that US release. I couldn't really pull apart any specific major differences there. Both are very, very good to watch, don't get me wrong. The picture quality is fantastic for how the movie was made. Again, this is a low budget indie film pretty much, but it still looked great. I did put them on side by side in 2 players, believe it or not, running at the same time, one flipping back between the channels to see just how they looked, and I really couldn't pull anything apart there. As always, I would say this is the better one. That's just me being biased about it though, of course, but definitely was a great improvement to the DVD from what I can remember, that's for sure. The audio commentary with Jasper Sharp and David Flint was fantastic. Really good listen. Thoroughly enjoyed it, I have to say, and definitely plenty of informative moments about the Japanese cinema around this period. Obviously the directors involved, filmmakers, things like that, and the actresses. And I mean, a huge insight to the pink films and the porn industry of Japan, and where many of those directors came from into basically making this kind of movie, and others that have went on to do plenty of other great titles from there. Then we had the director's interview, which ran for just under 32 minutes. It has an introduction and finish by Jasper Sharp himself there, but the interview itself with the director was pretty cool. It is an old one, it is an archival interview there, but it was very, very interesting, I have to say, and comes with English subs, of course, there. Then you have a trailer that runs for just under 2 minutes. It was pretty fun. It was much better than what the USA Blu-ray trailer for that film was. Theirs was very unrestored, but good for a quality comparison and how it used to look, or how we would used to watch this film before the Blu-rays came about, of course. Then you have storyboards, which were quite interesting. Runs for around 6 minutes in length, and it's exactly the same storyboard featurette that is on the Unearthed Films release. Also, then you have a stills gallery that runs for about 1.5 minutes. Pretty cool to see, but definitely ran shorter than the stills gallery on the Unearthed Films Blu-ray release. It was just a bit longer. Then you had the the Unearthed Films one for the stills gallery was definitely a bit longer, as was the behind the scenes gallery, which was pretty cool again to see here. There's some fantastic shots that pop up there throughout that gallery, but the Unearthed Films one did run for a bit longer, as far as I can remember. And that's pretty much it with this, but I would say yes, definitely for me, a thumbs up. For those of you that didn't manage to get your hands on the Unearthed Blu-ray release, this is an absolute joy to have this finally put out in HD presentation here in the UK. I would say, however, that both versions offer something completely different. Again, you have the 3 audio commentaries on the Unearthed Films release, and if you really want to sort of delve into that and do pick it up for a good price, it is worth getting your hands on. But for now, this is absolutely a double thumbs up from me, and yes, super glad that it is in my collection. So thank you once again for watching another video here on Invincible Asia. Don't forget you can check out hundreds of others here on the channel. You can also show your continued support by heading over to my new merch store, or by checking out invincibleasia.com, where you can read my full movie reviews, and follow me on Instagram @InvincibleAsia. Until next time though, enjoy your Kung Fu, and I will see you soon.